Hi, my name is Patrick Matam, aka Pages. I'm a senior at Parkdale High School. I am 17 years old, and the title of this poem is I Am. I am a Zaire flowing like the dreads of Jah through space and time to unwind our reason into seasons of growth in relation to these ropes that once choked the necks of our ancestors. But now it is these same ropes that I've tied around the eyelashes of God to climb towards a better future for our sons and daughters in heaven. I am a life form that supersedes all forms of life, an eternal dream uttered unto the ears of kings and queens from Kush and Khartoum for them to tell their people the message that He is coming soon. I am a Bantu warrior, stuck within this time frame which only contains the remains of the darkness surpassing the color of my skin. This skin that rims these fingers, having touched the moon countless times to sway the tides of these raging waters of my culture in my favor. All in an endeavor to give me strength as I push pyramids into existence while licking the sun to taste the center of the universe and have planets revolving around my tongue. Spitting similes bigger than Jupiter to loop like Saturn rings around these earthling minds that can barely withstand the test of time. Because even after 400 years, some of y'all are still in shackles picking cotton, but instead of thinning fields, it's in a store through Black Fridays, and instead of sugar cane, it's weed and hypno in our veins. And let's not forget they now got us doing these modern day slave dances like the chicken noodle soup, and we running like chickens while our noodles are soup with our dignity on the side, and they be drinking us so dry that even the Sahara has pity upon our shameful lives. But I am the oasis here to revitalize these youths with these rhymes of truth and not oblige these suits and ties who don't suit my ties to David and Abraham to understand that I'm covered by His plan, because I'm the son of man, and their guns of Babylon will never take down Israel's children, for we're vested in bulletproof vests which rest upon the breasts of soldiers dipped in His blood, screaming Yahweh, Yahweh, Yah, Yah, Yahs. We're racing upon chariots through the valley of the shadows of death to set confusion in the enemy's camp, tearing down these so-called ghettos that corporations have built, as I and an army of angels circle these walls of Jericho, keeping us from our blessings. Once, twice, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, then the rocks crumbled at the seventh. The walls of these wages keeping our mothers so starved, the walls of the disease are keeping our children at harm, and the walls of these prisons keeping our fathers in jail. For I am the black Moor Othello never knew of, born from black hands, spit from dirt hands, using this bend of word to bend these verbs out of shape with a flow like water for you to bathe your thoughts in, so I can brainwash you with an objective to have the masses witness my intellect, direct the dialect that I plucked from the domain of Simba in the name of Jehovah. For I am, I was, and always will be, and the am I am today is the reflection of my will to mature into my will be, and my will to be alive. So if they ask if you see me, if they ask for my denomination, tell them in conviction I'm a king amongst men, coming to set His people free from their damnation. I am. What's up, y'all? This is me again. This is Pages. I'm 17 years old, attended Parkdale High School as a senior, and the name of this next poem that I'm about to do is The Echo of Revolution. I rock the revolution. God bless me with a gift to raise His army. His unwritten song related unto my palm tree, which grew in the fruit that fell from a sycamore to the depths of Haiti and me all the way through Singapore, so my soul couldn't speak more. My 100 pages of composition can only bleed the sorrows of so many of the government's victims. The poetic melody, the words carefully placed into your mind, displacing you in time. I redefine the ideals of man. Proverb put into a young brother wearing jeans and a white tee, so I can only fit the description, the semen of truth in my diction gives birth to your tension, leaving you in suspension. And in distinction, I'm a king, not because of a hustle and flow soundtrack, but because my soundtrack's the footsteps of Jesus all the way back to Bethlehem, when He said to them, because you are my child, I made you kings amongst men. So who are you? Who are you? Who are you? To make me lesser than I am. So feel the echo, the voices of Malcolm X in the U.S. to Gandhi in India, going back to Dr. King, Steve Biko in South Africa, and even Nelson Mandela. They have become spirits in the wind, carrying our pollen of our worth of us as people that my pen has inhaled and never, ever, ever able to exhale. So it's clever, clever, clever when I tell in detail the tales of our struggle. Because you see, society tried to make it seem like we could never be anything past what it made us to be, past what it said we can never be. But I caught analogy, so allegedly my words sprouted a rash of creativity, because I've just been that ill since I was born, like a lyrical crack baby. So I guess that's why William Bennett said that we should abort all black babies to reduce crime. Crime? What type of reasoning is that to solve a problem, to kill the killer, you instead kill his victims. Master has always been jealous of us because he can never have the richness in our culture, the power in our stature, the greatness in our composure. So he took the bigger measure and lynched or hung us on his metaphors, fords of his so-called greater cause, but we're still suffering more. Messages in our voicemail that haven't been checked since the past 200 years, telling us it's for the good of the people that we paying over then amounts of taxes. No welfare or health care for the masses, cause y'all see, my grandmother was too poor to get some help, so I had to hold her hand watching her die as her eyes cry for help as we cry for help. But isn't it funny, they spring to action as soon as they see another country in disaster, but for us and Katrina, they gotta wait a few days or even a few years to give us a cure for cancer. Can it, sir? I will no longer burn my feet on the sands of Pharaoh, no longer build the towers of Babylon and walk on these roads of Babylon, because for too long we have been swayed on and on into a darker period, as if Tampax now came in black. Black, they twisted our facts into lies put between the lines of the Constitution, but that wasn't even written with us in mind, so they try to give us amendments to show their appreciation. So here our echo of these young voices, soon to be leaders, transformed into poets, dancers, and singers. We will rock a revolution, the revolution from the man that raped you, cause too many children are born with AIDS or given birth before the age of 1, 2. The revolution for the woman left battered and broken, thought to be forsaken, but God has proven through me that he hears our echo, cause when I write, his kingdoms are formed, but when I spit, kings and queens are born. Corporate America is torn into this, I have sworn to never douse the heat in my tongue, which only spits fire. Excellent, like Mr. Burns be. Oh, I'll just be incredible, like Bruce Banner possessed me. I repossess the greatness that I was and will always be. But they still trying to put us into coffins. Rape me and take me. Seems like we've been chained since before and after slavery, but it's just that nowadays the chains are a bit more icy. But y'all may hurt me, y'all may maim me, y'all may shoot y'all guns at me, but y'all will never kill the truth within me. As I and laureates alike cause an earthquake reaction, because I, little I, rocked the revolution, so feel my echo.
Hi, my name is